Hello and welcome to today's class. I'm Sir James. Today I'm going to take you through the use of the subtotal function. But before we get to the subtotal function, I'm going to show you a simpler and the quickest way of finding out the different functions results that you may like. For instance, if I highlight the column here, the sales column, you're going to realize that down here we got the average, which is down here, the count, which represents the total number of occupied cells, and the sum, which represents the total number of added in this sales column. The next thing, we are going to check at the subtotal function, which has got two sets of operations, and the first set of operation lies between operations 1 to 11, and the second set of operations lies between operations 101 to operation 101. What I mean is that if you type the subtotal here, you are going to realize that it has got other inbuilt functions in it, from number 1 up to number 11, which is the first set, and then we have got 101 here up to 111 here, which is the second set. So today, out of this set here of operations, we are going to check sum, which is sum number 9, and we are going also to check how to use the sum 109, which is 109 sum here. By default, when you want to get the sum of the values here, if you want to get the total sales, there is a normal formula that we usually put here, which is equals to sum, then into parentheses you highlight the sales here of the sales, and then you close the parentheses and you press enter. You are going to get the total of 10,517, which we got earlier by highlighting here, as you can see down here. The next thing we are going to check is how to use subtotal 9. Subtotal 9, we found that it is the operations series 1 to 9, and it represents operations that include hidden values in the summary, and also summarizes all cells in a range regardless of whether the range contains any hidden rows. What I mean is that I'm going to show it to you right now. And also the series 109, which is in the operations here 109 to 111, it represents operations that summarizes any values visible in the worksheet. That means that it will only calculate what you have after hiding. It will forget or it ignores any values which you manually hide, and calculates what you already have. So let us dive into practice of what we just learned up here, and we are going to type the function here, the subtotal function number 9. That's what we are going to use. We just select it here, the sum, you put a comma, and then you highlight the range that you want to work with. In this case, we are going to work with this range, and then you close the parentheses, you hit enter. You remember, and you just see that you are going to get similar results. Let's also do the same thing using the subtotal 109, and we use the sum 109 is equals to subtotal. You double click here, you can select 109 here, you double click, you put a comma, you take the same range here that we are using, you close the parentheses, you hit enter. Wow, we got similar results. How now? Okay, let's see. Let's take this case here. We hide the rows number 1 to row number 9. Let us hide them and see what will happen to the results here. We just come here, we hide the rows, and what happened is that subtotal in the series 109 changed. It changed because I told you here it represents, or it works with the operations that only contains the visible data in a worksheet. So this is the total number of the cells which we can see here. It ignored the ones which are hidden, and it shows the ones which are presently on the current sheet. And if you see down here, the total is 6,624, which is still here. Let us go back to the cells that we just hid, and we unhide them. If we unhide them, we get back the similar results here. So simply that's how we use the subtotal in the series 9 and subtotal in the series 109. This one we shall use it to count all the rows regardless of whether it is hidden or not. This one only takes care of the visible data only in the cells. However, subtotal functions doesn't change results to reflect rows hidden by using a filter. In case you filter, it will not be affected by the subtotal will not be affected by the filter. Thank you for listening to my class today. Remember, we are still in a Telegram. You can just simply search at Learn Excel today and just join us to learn more. See you in the next class as we dive further into the more functions in subtotal series. Thank you and welcome.